Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. And I bet you can't guess what I've got for you today. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. It's a damn girt box. And what we got in it? Yes, it's another product from Worx. And it's a hedge trimmer. Now, I bet you've been wondering about this because I have mentioned this about 3 or 4 months ago about I bought a hedge trimmer, but I'd never actually got it out of the box. And I'll tell you a quick story with this. I ordered it from France or Germany because it's Amazon, like you see. You know what it's like, Amazon. Well, it got to Swindon. I'd never seen it. So I thought, oh, well, shall I reorder it again? So I did. I reordered it again and it did turn up something like 3 months later. I don't know what happened or what the problem was. You know, it's just a hedge trimmer. I didn't think there would be any electrical problems abroad which would stop it coming, but for some reason that's what happened. I think most things today are really up to speed and things are getting through nicely, apart from parts for vans. Now with this little baby, we do share a battery and a charger. Now I purchased this one without the battery and without the charger, because what do I want to buy it again for? I have got 2 of these batteries and I have got 2 of these chargers, so it's share a battery, so why bother, you know? But I will say, if you want to get a bigger battery for this, go for it. They are a little bit expensive, but you can't, I don't think you can buy it as a kit, but you can buy a bigger battery separately. Like any of this stuff, you can buy it separately. So what have we got here? This hedge trimmer is, well, it'll reach up to 3 meters, which is a fair old bit of hedge, isn't it? And if you've got a hedge that high, I'd get round to the neighbour and tell them to cut the damn thing down, because it only needs to be 6 foot. You know what it's like. Neighbours from hell? I think that's me. No, joking guys. So let's have a look and see what's in the box. Can I get into the box easy like I got in earlier? Must be an easy way. Well, to start with, you have got your bits and pieces. This is basically your brochure. And it tells you all about how and what it does. And also that is like a strap. And you know where it goes, round your neck. Exactly. Now I guess you're wondering why that is the case. Because this little baby weighs a little bit. So this is the main piece. Yep, I know exactly what you're thinking. Yes, it's hedge trimmer. Yep. And that looks a nice little blade. Like I've said, I have actually been outside and I've used it. And I can tell you a bit of spec on this. I've had to blow everything up because these days I wear glasses. So let's have a look. It comes with a strap, a blade cover, and just in case you want to know what the model is, it's a WG252E 20V. That must be for England. What else has we got in here? This is what they call a bare unit. Cool. Now I will tell you, it does weigh 3 kilograms. So it is a bit of a hefty chunk. There's not a lot else on there. But I can tell you, I believe that's a 42-inch blade. That does look the business. So I better get the whole lot out of the box, shouldn't I? So this will cut up to 16 millimeters. And they're laser cut. Oh, tell us something new, guys. Right, let's have a test run. Let's put that over there. So as you gathered, this is fully adjustable. You just press this and it moves up and down. So you can get your different angles. And it's very much the same as this. So if you want to, if you want it longer, you just pull this little lever. Oh, okay. You pull this little lever. Hey, cool. I think that does the same this end as well, to be perfectly honest, just me not got the strength in the arms. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, okay. But we get the drift. That's going to be one hell of a long gadget, isn't it? Oh, I just love this idea. So just connecting it. Oh, and that's for hanging it around your neck. Now this end opens up. So you've unclicked that. You've got two holes. And then this piece fits into that. But first and foremost, just get rid of this first. And then, with a bit of luck, very simply, and that's it. And then to take it apart, undo, press those two in, and it's off. Now there's the battery, and if you've never seen one of these before, it's very simple. It just clicks in and then just comes out. There we go, very simple, very easy. Now today on Amazon you can buy this for £96, which is, I think, is quite a good price. Now if you want to buy the battery as well as the charger, that's going to set you back £149, but today you can actually get it for 120 quid. So they've got a special deal going. And this is flaming June, as they say. Out of the reviews, this has got 4.6%. To get a 5 out of 5, I mean, there's always going to be something wrong with something. So I think 4.6 is on the money. I like that. And the reviews I've read, people like it. But what I have read, and we will be outside in a minute, so I can show you it going. It does weigh a bit. 3 kilograms is quite a hefty chunk. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop outside and we can see it going. And I wonder if the neighbours are outside as well with their noisy machines. So if you can't hear me, you'll know why. So let's get outside and get him running. Well, folks, we're outside. Very simple. So if we're starting, you've got a button here. This is for continuous. And you also got one there. So you press this in and then you press. It's that simple. So you put this in the angle you want it. So for just basic hedge trimming, that's about right, looking at it. Already I can feel the weight. So we'll just do a little bit of trimming just to show you it going. Now remember, when you're using a tool like this, you should be wearing safety equipment, glasses, etc. But I'm not. So we'll get on, we'll do a bit up there as well. So we'll get this all off and show you. I'm not doing the whole hedge, I'll just do some of it for you. So if we're setting up properly, if we're doing those pieces up there, we'll put it around this way, a little bit that way. It does, for me, feel a bit awkward at the moment, but then I'm not used to it. Now if we're doing up the top, very simply, once again, I think you get a drift on that, don't you guys? It's that simple. What I'll be doing is using this quite often just to see what it's like, and then we'll do a full-blown review on it and let you know exactly what I'm thinking. At the moment, I really do like it. At the moment, I just think it's a bit awkward, this bit. So it's, and I guess that's getting used to it. Apart from that, I don't think it's no problem. I do keep hearing a bit of a bell going, unless that's, unless it's telling me the battery's low. I don't know. But it's not too bad. You know, I'm quite pleased with that. And look at it. Look at the edge. It don't look the business, doesn't it? Almost. Okay, it's not square. But I guess if I say, get the right height on this, I can gauge it, can't I? It's okay, it's just an edge, innit? Who's gonna see it? I know, Mrs. Crazy Baker. So I'm just going to finish this off and I'll catch up with you in a bit inside, and we can have a little chat about what I actually think about the Hedge trimmer. And at the moment, remember, I've only just bought it, so, well, tell a lie, obviously, as I said earlier, I have actually owned it quite a while. It's just actually, this is the first time actually using it. So we'll pop inside after I finish the Hedge and I'll have a little chat to you of what I actually think. Now with this leaf blower, you know what I'm going to do with this. You know what's coming next. In the forthcoming video, we'll be reviewing this and let you know a bit more about it and how good or how bad it is. So we'll get on back to our main job, the Hedge trimmer. And I'll let you know exactly what I feel about it at this present moment. So there we go, folks. We've added a little bit of blast with it. Feel knackered now. So what did I find? Well, it does weigh a bit. If you've got this fully extended, this is extremely heavy, believe me. It feels like more than 5 kilograms on the end. It's weird, it is weird. But getting used to it is the problem. It's this bit that I need to familiarise myself with a bit more. This piece. I mean, I can understand what it's doing, but it's a bit of, as you could see, if you did watch me, I did move about and it was trying to get this in the right position, which is quite difficult because the weight of this just basically swings it round. See? So if it's up that way and you let it go, it swings round, which isn't bad, I suppose, if you're in a bit of a hurry. It did cut well, no problem about that. All angles, it did cut well. Just pop this back in, just in case I cut myself. Oh, not forgetting, you can actually hang this up in your garage. So you've got some screws, you'll be able to hang it up in your garage like this. Unfortunately, this will just have to lay in a box. They didn't think of everything, unless there's some, oh, perhaps you hook it on with the strap. Yeah, maybe. So the interesting thing is, how much fuel did we use? This was a full battery when I started. Now on this particular battery, it's got a gauge, so we can see how much we've used. I've got low, medium, and practically empty. So let's have a quick look and see where we're at the moment. I guess it's going to be pretty low. Two marks. So actually that's quite good. Now shall we just pop out and have a look and see what I actually did? We might as well, and then we'll get that over and done with, and you can see. Okay, before we get outside, don't forget guys, it's a bit rough and ready. Shh, don't tell Mrs. Crazy Baker. That's like her hair. That's like when she does a haircut. Okay, this was so bad. Okay, she had a better subject to work on this time. She put a bowl on my head and cut around it. It was much easier. Right, let's have a look and see what I did. And at least you've got some idea of what I've done. It is a bit iffy, must say. So that's what I've done. And that's not too bad. And there we go, folks. So this whole length was on 2 marks on the battery, so that ain't bad. So we could say that could do probably 1.5 hedgerows, but most people wouldn't have a hedge this high. You know, their hedges would only be 6 foot. Well, you've seen what it's done. Is it good value for money? Yeah, I think it is. Because if you haven't got to buy the batteries for 90 odd quid, I just think it's for fairly good value. Now you can just buy a hedge trimmer like this, and you don't have to worry then, it's just small enough. But it's only areas, the problem is, I got a hedge that my neighbour doesn't cut the other side very well, as you can see out there, and the back's just the same. I used to have one this way until the neighbour upset me and I took the hedge out. So don't get in a neighbour dispute over edges. I'm talking from experience, by the way. So it's not the only thing I've been in trouble for. Going back to it, I like this. The extension did work well. It did feel a bit obscure up the top there. It felt as though it, weirdly enough, when it was on, it felt as though it's turning round. It can't turn round because it won't turn round, but it felt as though it was trying to turn round left and right as you were going up the top. But because it was on such a height, I think that was where the problem was. But at the moment, I'm going to tell you how it is. Out of 10, now I know this sounds a little bit harsh, but it ain't really. Now, I've had the Hydra shot and I love it to bits. And I still wouldn't give it 100%, you know, because there's always there's things you always think, oh yeah, you know. But I'm going to say, I think the reviews that are on Amazon are a fair opinion of this model. I'm quite happy with what people have said on there. Even if you've got the odd one person who don't like it, biased. They probably use something else or they're not really interested in the product at all. But I'm going to say, if that's out of 10, I'm going to say that's a good 8.5 out of 10. And that's a really good score. In fact, that's better than them doing a 5.6. You know, so, sorry, a 4.6 out of 5. So I'm higher than they are. Okay, I'm going to use it a bit more and then we'll review it again. So at the moment, I'm quite happy. I love it to bits. I need to get used to it, and that's the problem. When you get something new and get used to it, you're fine. You're off and running. Now, comparing this to electric, there's no comparison. Electric is very good. The only thing with electric, you do have a wire and you tend to cut them. Yes, hence why I've bought this, because I cut straight through the wire of my trimmer. It worked perfectly, and then I just whoop straight through. I didn't get electrocuted, as you can see, but it gives you some idea. Now, I did have a petrol one, but eventually the petrol one did blow up. So we're down to this, and I think a lot more of Worx than the other 2 models that I purchased. And I just love this to bits. Now, if you like this type of content, please subscribe and please share. Now, in the next video, I'm not sure when it's going to come. We're going to be doing the leaf blower. But I'm going to show you 2 uses of that leaf blower, because I believe that it's actually better being used on the second item than leaves. And I think you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, it's cars. Yep, detailing. And we're ready. We're also going to do a review of this product. And I'm going to update my K7 because I think it's about time I did. These things were never given to me, by the way. This was not things that people gave me. I have purchased everything with my own money. So just remember that. These things I've got sales receipts for. I'm not a YouTuber that gets given stuff. And if anyone wants to give me anything, please go for it. Because I'm quite happy to take it, try it. But believe me, the review will just be an honest review. And I don't want to upset somebody, you know, because some of these people do get a little bit upset if you slag off their equipment when they've actually given it to you. And they don't send you anything else more. But that's fine, great. And Apple, if you're listening to this, yeah, send me some free Apple computers. Yeah, I love it. I want to try out the new ones for free and keep them afterwards. Hey, why not? And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! This is the Crazy Baker Unleashed channel. Cars. Honest reviews, DIY, toys, and behind the scenes of all the crap I buy, old school memorabilia. Please subscribe and please share. Laters!